Warning for underage listeners. This is an adult-oriented podcast. There will be frequent references to kink, sex, crude language, and various other grotesqueries. If you're under 18 and looking for answers and upfront advice about sex, please visit scarletteen.com. Also, for the dude bro listeners out there, this is nerdy shit. Go away.
Welcome to the Gotham Press podcast.
This is a verbal orgy about anything like the Grafenberg spot,
The difference between Star Trek and Star Wars,
the finer points of throwing a pair of floggers, and just whatever the hell we find to talk about.
That said, if you have a desire to learn these and many more kinktastic nerdgasms, stay tuned.
And Greedy, what are we doing today?
Well, I was introduced to a new kink. It's called kink shaming.
Kink shaming?
Yeah, I think I'm going to give it a shot.
Really? Tell me all about it.
Well, awesome. What is your kink?
Well, my kink is impact.
Why the fuck would you do that? What kind of sick pervert are you? I swear to God.
So now if we talk shit about that, we're kink shaming you.
More importantly, you still believe in God?
No, I believe in me.
No, that's God.
God. G-A-W-D.
You crazy D&D people.
You're right there with me.
Who sits there and uses their imaginations?
Who's the bigger fool? The fool or the fool who follows him?
You.
Who said that?
Just you, whichever one you are.
No. Where was the line from?
I do not remember.
Who's the bigger fool? The fool or the fool who follows him?
Confucius. I have no idea.
No, it's not Confucius. I do not remember.
Ben Kenobi.
Oh, shit.
That's why I didn't get it.
Obi-Wan.
But you said that's why you didn't?
I've seen
Oh, Jesus, don't tell me
Star
that.
Wars once.
Which one?
Which episode?
The first 6 ones. So
First 6?
I watched 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3.
Gotcha.
And I wasn't that impressed.
So she saw all the originals. She saw the prequels.
Okay.
She has not seen the new ones.
Yes. That is accurate. And it was just another war movie. Like,
Another war movie. Well, no.
All yours.
Yes, all mine. I was going to say, not just another war movie. The first 3, maybe. The second 3, those were just CNN. No, C-SPAN.
C-SPAN.
That's what the second 3 are, C-SPAN.
All politics.
All politics.
Lame.
As many people have said.
Yeah.
So, Greedy,
Yo,
how are we doing?
doing all right, awesome. How are you?
Doing all right.
Yeah.
Hey, we have a familiar voice.
Oh my God, we do.
What?
Yes.
Who's that?
You came back.
I know. I am a masochist after all.
What you're saying is you want to come back after that super heavy episode we were on.
Yes, I want a lighter episode.
You want a lighter episode?
Yes, please.
Well, welcome to the lighthearted episode that you will so desperately want.
Yay!
The question is, will Greedy give us that lighthearted episode?
No.
And that is why he's a dick.
But Greedy gave us bread, so that's okay.
Yes, I did. And later on today on Cooking with Seaman, we're going to try a wonderful risotto.
No, none of that. None of that.
You don't like risotto?
There's no proper way for me to answer this, is there?
No, there's not. So, guest,
Yes,
care to divulge who you are?
I'm Coryn.
Hi, Coryn. How are you?
I'm peachy. How are you?
Dude, I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right.
You're all right.
All right. Or am I all right? All right.
I'm so... There are just many words for how I feel about you, Greedy.
He's Quagmire. You never really know what he's gonna say next. He's Quagmire.
No, I'm done with you.
So much for good backup. So what's on the agenda today, Awesome?
Well, let's find out. On today's agenda.
Where can we be found?
God. So what you're saying is you're just trying to make sure that I am the only one that does it?
Well, no, you got me last time, so I thought I would beat you to the punch this time.
For the first time?
Yeah, for the first time.
Where can we be found? I don't know. The internet?
I'm willing to bet we can be found on the internet.
Websites like Facebook if you search Gotham Press Podcast. Or, some people use this thing called Twitter. I think it's something about birds.
That confangled internet thing has electronic mail.
Yeah. For electronic mail, you would just send it to Gotham Press Podcast at gmail.
How about but assembler?
But assembler?
But assembler.
But assembler. For BD Assembler, it's going to be Gotham Press Podcast. And since you didn't let me finish with the Twitter, with the birds, it's Gotham Press Pod.
Oh, Twitter.
I'm too old to understand Twitter.
Discord. We can be found there.
We can.
Yeah.
Just look for Gotham Press Podcast.
FetLife.
The Gotham Press.
Patreon.
Patreon.com/Gotham Press Podcast.
YouTube.
Just search for Gotham Press Podcast.
How about podcatchers? Can we be on those?
We can, but I think you want to talk about that one.
Not really.
But you have that one that you love so much.
Well, because it's better than the others.
Which one is that?
Podcast Addict.
Podcast Addict.
Unfortunately, we're not sponsored by them yet.
We're not sponsored by anybody. We're not sponsored by iTunes, which we're on. We're not sponsored by Stitcher, which we're on. We're not sponsored by Spotify, which we're on.
Yeah.
We need money to help to make this podcast better.
Well, they're all just taking advantage of our wonderful show.
This is true. But what would be even better?
If we had a website?
Well, I wasn't going to say that.
What?
What I was going to say is if we had more Patreons.
Patrons. Yes.
More patrons.
Patrons would be good.
Did I say more Patreons?
Patrons. Yeah, if we had more websites trying to collect money for us, that would be better.
If they were actually collecting money for us, too.
Yeah, successfully collecting money for us would be, like, top-notch.
Top-notch indeed. But yes, we do have a website. Our main source of this podcast is on gothampress.podbean.com.
Giggity.
Giggity?
Giggity.
You're still not Quagmire.
No, I'm not. I don't really get off on just randomly fucking women.
Or the massive amounts of diseases that you're now immune to?
No. Yeah, no.
Greedy, are you okay?
Yeah, it would be my luck that I look at a woman wrong and contract syphilis.
I don't believe that's how that's contracted.
I don't think so either, but it's just how it would happen for me.
Coryn, you seem to be giggling a lot. Do you have any thing to weigh in on any of this?
I'm just thinking, everybody's had their slut phase, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're not in your slut phase, then that's okay too.
Really?
My slut phase was right now, and
Was right now?
No.
yeah. I'm currently with one woman, and
Sluttiest you've ever been.
yeah, quite literally.
It's
Well,
okay.
no. At one point, I had two. That was the sluttiest I've ever been.
I have been so much sluttier than you.
I believe it.
Thanks.
I do. Well, no, you happily claim it, and you wear it like a badge of honor, and that's totally fucking awesome. Yeah. I don't have any issue with people being slutty. That's cool. You do you. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I don't know. I just don't see a lot of pleasure in just random fucking. I want there to be deep connection, deep meaning behind it.
I've come to the same place that you are lately, in the past few years. Yeah, I had a lot of fun when I was being slutty, but now it's like I'd rather actually stick around with someone long enough to actually
Get their name?
Yeah, well, I got names, all right, I got names, but to actually learn each other and all that. That makes it good too.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Awesome.
Yes.
How do you feel about that subject?
About being slutty?
Yeah. I mean, you're a pretty big slut.
Me, a slut?
Yeah.
How do you figure that?
Well, in a 24-hour period, there was definitely more than one woman going in and out of your room, and I believe the high count that I've seen was 3.
Ooh.
Was I there for this?
Yes.
Yes.
And I envy and don't envy you at the same time.
Why would you not envy me? Is it
Because
because I'm black?
You know, I wasn't even going to take it there this time. Yeah, this time. But
see, listeners, he's always being racist towards me.
Okay, the fact that I wasn't going to take it there this time kind of bears with it that I don't always anything. I'm just going to nitpick today.
Oh, you're going to nitpick?
Pick.
Anyway, were you trying to ask me, Greedy, if I'm a slut?
Yeah, are you?
I am happily a slut.
Okay.
Also, for the way that society sees it, most men are sluts.
Yeah, I never really understood why the double standard.
I said most. Mm-hmm. Well, here's the thing. The double standard. What is the double standard exactly?
Well, if a guy has multiple women, then dude, right on, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, you're the man. If a girl has any partners, female, male, then oh my god, she's a fucking whore.
How
you know?
Dare she?
I don't get the double standard there. I mean, if you're gonna be a douche to one gender, why not be a douche to all genders? Or even better, don't be a fucking douche. It's that simple.
Greedy, calm down. Greedy, calm your tits.
Be still the calamity that is your mammary.
Coryn, have you been?
You ever been slut shamed?
Oh yeah, big time. I was very much slut shamed at a couple different points in my life.
Yeah.
And during fights with partners, I've been slut shamed, which always
that's
really
bullshit.
sucks. It's like, dude, you were there last night. Why are you know, like,
it's one of those. Were you not enjoying the things that I was doing to your body?
right? But in the past several years, I've learned to just surround myself with people who don't do that. So it's not so much a problem for me anymore.
Well, I will tell you right now that I will never shame you for being slutty or for choosing to be slutty or, you know, I suppose if degradation was your thing, then that would be cool-ish.
Yeah,
but
it's not though.
Yeah, I won't. Oh, no.
You'll totally slut shame Captain though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
They got to even
remember
out
that-
the playing field.
Remember that double standard I was talking to you about? Yeah.
Just got to balance it out a little bit more.
Yeah, we've now found where I draw the line.
Coryn, whose side are you on?
Mine.
Shame.
I'm also
That's what we're doing.
currently. I'm also kind of wanting to be in trouble, so like my brat's coming out.
Oh, so there's ulterior motives.
There are ulterior
Greedy, I'm
motives.
surprised you didn't catch that.
Well,
No, what I said.
know, man.
What
What?
did you say?
Shame.
Oh.
Shame. Well, I don't have a bell to ring.
Ding.
Oh.
Ding. Ding.
Listeners, if you know what that reference is and you email us what that reference is, you may even get an extra entry into the contest.
Ah,
Ooh, nice.
sweet. Okay. Well, so, awesome. Have you seen the trailer for the new Joker movie?
I have seen the trailer for the new Joker movie. What are your thoughts first before I speak?
I'm a little torn. I mean, on the one hand, I don't like Joaquin Phoenix. On the other
don't
hand,
like Joaquin Phoenix?
I don't.
Why not?
I just don't. I mean, his acting style, he bugs.
Okay.
I suppose it's a personal thing. I mean, I've just never really liked the guy.
So is that kind of like your disdain of Nick Cage?
No, that's got legitimate reason to it.
Is it because he's not actually an actor?
Joaquin?
No, Nicolas Cage. That's my favorite. That's my favorite theory ever.
That he's not an actor?
He's not actually acting. He actually believes every role that he's in.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, that is brilliant.
It explains everything.
Yeah, it kind of does, but it still doesn't explain the death stare that he gives an inanimate object before he tries to touch it.
Maybe you think that's real too?
Yeah, he's being consistent.
Oh my God, the Declaration of Independence is going to try and kill the universe. Okay.
Anyway, back to Joker.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah. I just don't like Joaquin Phoenix. On top of that, it looks like it's creating an alternative backstory. Like it's trying to give how can I say this without sounding like a total prick?
Go for it.
It's going to make us pity the Joker, which is going to take away from the character of the Joker in the duality of Batman and the Joker. So it's gonna fuck up everything.
And see, this is what I was going to say to you earlier.
What's that?
I don't need the Joker to have a backstory. The
Yeah.
Joker is just there. The Joker exists.
We already know he's a fucking psychotic nut job.
And I understand there are a lot of people that want that backstory, that want to know, hey, how did this come about? Why is he this way? I don't need that for the Joker.
So now we're going to find out that he's got mommy issues, and we're going to pity the Joker, which is going to detract from every other Batman story we've ever seen.
We'll see. What about you, Coryn? Do you have any opinions?
I disagree with both of you.
Oh?
I love Joaquin Phoenix. I love the idea of the Joker character getting more depth. I love the fact that his mom is played by Frances Conroy because
Yeah, okay,
she is fucking awesome. And now I'm not firm enough in this statement to debate, but I've always enjoyed DC more than Marvel, so
You know, people have their preferences.
even if
yeah.
they're wrong.
Right, yeah. I know. I'm wearing a Superman ring right now.
Hold on.
Like-
This from you, Greedy?
That's why I said it.
What was the last comic book you read?
That would be the hell. Okay, so I'm about halfway through the one that you brought this morning.
Which was?
It's Game of Thrones. It's before Daenerys baby is almost born. Before that, 2 days ago, I read. Hell. Okay, so there was a Superman comic. There was a Green Lantern comic.
Oh, there are your
and,
problems right there. You're reading Superman and Green Lantern.
You know, Shock Doc's got a really great collection of comic
Oh,
books.
I'm sure he
and
does.
I was reading it with the kids, so, you know.
Okay, I get that. Hey, Shock, come back on the podcast.
Yeah, we do need you back on here.
Always.
But yeah, so admittedly, before I got with my mistress, I didn't read a whole lot. I didn't read a whole lot of comic books. I read other styles of books and, literature. But,
I understand.
Anyway, back to what you were saying. You prefer DC?
I always have. Just as a kid, DC I was always attracted to DC. I grew up with the original Superman movies, and just loved them. So I really like it. And I was looking at the IMDb page of the Joker movie is going to be the first, hopefully, in a new company that's going to start doing more DC backstories and movies.
Really?
Yeah. So Marvel might just have a run for their money.
I mean,
Well, I
DC's
mean,
got to catch up first.
Right. Like, maybe, Marvel can, like, sit down and take a break for a couple of years, maybe.
No, don't
No.
like that.
No, it's not going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen.
After
And
the-
I'm not down with Marvel at all. I like them, but, like, I don't know. It's all so much.
Toward the end of 2001, after 9/11, there was a serious drop-off in action flicks, and that left a rather big void in the theater business. So what better to fill that void than comics?
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, they lend themselves to the media very well.
They do. They do. I would look forward to seeing more DC stuff, but I don't know. I mean, we'll have to see how it goes.
I'm fascinated by serial killers in real life.
Okay.
Like, I have my favorite shirt in the whole world is Eileen Wuornos, and it says I'm with her. And so the idea of getting a backstory for some of the villains, I find that interesting.
So for those listeners who don't know, who is Eileen Wuornos?
Eileen Wuornos was coined the first female serial killer. She came from a really, really horrible childhood and young adolescence and became a street-level prostitute. And she started killing the men that would abuse her.
I mean,
Yeah.
why not?
And she ended up actually getting put to death for it.
Oh. Greedy, you look concerned.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. And she was completely batshit crazy when they put her to death. Like,
I bet.
completely. Like, not only should she not have been sentenced, in my opinion, but it shouldn't have been carried out because she was not of sound mind. But yeah, she's the movie Monster with Charlize Theron. Say that for me.
Charlize Theron.
That's the one. Yeah, that's about Eileen Wuornos.
I've never seen Monster.
You should. It's
I'm gonna
good.
have to watch it.
And then there's a couple of documentaries on her on Netflix about her too that are really good.
Huh.
Interesting.
Well, it's time to binge some documentaries.
Documentaries.
Documentaries. I can has talk.
You can has talk. You can also has cheese.
I can has cheeseburger.
But you know what you can't have?
What's that?
If you go to the state of Georgia, you can't have the freedom to come when you want.
I am not 55 yet.
So, says the law now.
Yeah.
For those of you that are not in the know, there is a proposed law in Georgia for men over the age of 55 to have to report to the authorities every time they ejaculate.
I understand why the bill is in place. I don't understand why the age limit.
Well, why is the bill in place?
The bill is in place because, at least I'm assuming, I haven't read up on it to see if this is directly A to B, but there was a bill proposed somewhere probably in the South, I don't know.
Probably in Georgia again.
Where every miscarriage would have to be accompanied by a death certificate. And it was just a way to give rights to unborn fetuses, also known as anti-abortion rights. So, that whole thing was just an attempt to lay legal groundwork for the anti-choice movement. And so this is kind of a mockery of that.
That was actually proposed by a all-female.
Right, I'm
board.
sure. Yeah, I'm sure it was proposed by a whole group of feminists.
Well, I can understand the mockery of it. I mean, taking away the right to choose to have an abortion, that shouldn't be the government's call at all.
I just realized why it's over 55.
Why?
Who's in office?
Oh, it's going to hit the congressman specifically.
There you go.
I love it.
Oh, that's brilliant. I like I was saying, I can understand the backlash about it taking away the right for women to choose, but at the same time, it would also give possible closure to women that miscarried, like they lost their child, that they were hopeful to carry all the way to term and raise a child. You know, it would give them that closure. As fucked up as it is, when I lost my son, the death certificate was kind of finalizing in a way. You know, it didn't end it all. I mean, there's still grief there, but it made it real. You know, it gave me a little bit more to grasp onto, and it's a double-edged blade here.
It is.
I mean, it can be beneficial, and at the same time, it would be horribly detrimental. So,
I can absolutely see the option of getting a death certificate being
Yes.
The option
extremely
would be
helpful for
Yes.
people.
but at the same time, don't automatically, just because you have a death certificate. I mean, I'm gonna get flack.
You mean more so than usual?
Oh yeah, definitely. I personally believe that a life is conceived at the moment that the sperm joins the egg.
Conception.
Yeah, at the moment of conception, that is life. At the same time, I mean, if the child hasn't been born yet, the fetus hasn't been born yet, then you've. I'm getting into politics.
It comes down to the.
Well,
I
we
mean,
were just talking about
medically speaking, an unborn child at any stage in development is a parasitic organism.
Yeah.
And that sounds really harsh when it's a wanted child. And I have a son, and he is my favorite little parasite in the world. But when it comes right down to it, a person should be able to choose whether or not they want to give of their own bodies to someone else. And that's what it comes down to.
Well, that actually ties into something that I wanted to talk about that I kind of forgot and didn't get put into the show notes. There's a new male birth control that's been put into human testing. I want to say in Israel. It's a pill that men can take, and it essentially cuts the sperm production down to 0.
Sweet.
So we're not going to be reliant on women taking their birth control. We're not going to be forcing women to take birth control to keep babies from happening. We're going to hold men more accountable to it as well.
Which is a great thing.
Hell
to do.
yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
My question becomes this, though. And it's going to sound bad when I say it. But,
I'll say it.
From my understanding, different birth controls affect women in vastly different ways.
Yes, they do.
And can you imagine the idea of a man on birth control suddenly having some sort of a psychotic break due to his birth control?
Well, that's one of the issues that we've found with male birth control here in the States. A while back, like 3 years ago, there was a clinical trial put forth trying to get congressional approval for male birth control, and they listed off all the side effects for that birth control pill, and it was almost verbatim the side effects that women have with their birth control. And Congress, surprise, surprise, a bunch of guys, old fucking crusty guys. Over 55. Almost unanimously declined it. They almost unanimously voted it down. So it's like, what the fuck? Are we willing to put our women through this hell and not ourselves? Mm-hmm. Sure. Stand the fuck up, assholes.
I don't want to kill anybody.
It's always kind of baffled me too, because the male reproductive system is so much simpler than the female reproductive system.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's really strange to me that things have come down the line the way they have.
It's
like,
oh, go ahead.
It seems like, I don't know, I'm not a doctor or a researcher, but I know that I've been through many different kinds of birth control before I finally got the big snip. And it was hell trying to find one that worked, that didn't make me have tons and tons of side effects.
Well, I'm in line to get the snip myself. Different snip, but same end result.
I watched it once. It was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. When my ex got a vasectomy, I was in the room watching.
Wow.
It was fascinating. I wanted to see, man. I wanted to know for sure it was done.
So you're saying you didn't trust that one?
I just wanted to make sure.
Wow. Did you keep the remains?
No, there's just all that they remove is just a little half-inch
segment.
piece of tube.
Yeah, but there are some people that will keep that.
No, I didn't want that.
Did he?
I hope not.
It's like, oh, poor tubes. It's like, you were once part of me.
Yeah, I can give you the rundown if you want.
No.
Not on the air, but I mean later.
No, I'm good. I do not need all the nitty-gritty details. So, Greedy.
Yeah.
What's the term this week?
Oh, hell. Term of the week is vanilla.
What's vanilla? What's that got to do with kink?
I don't know. It's some random term that's kind of boring.
Kind of boring.
Hey, vanilla's good too.
Yeah, I believe the definition is people not into BDSM or fetish lifestyles.
Huh.
Vanilla.
This is a term that people that are in lifestyle should know.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
A nice way to refer to those that are not in the lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I believe you took responsibility for the last giveaway, keeping tally of who entered. So
Yeah.
I'm going to take this one. Okay.
Go for it.
Listenerland, from now until next Wednesday, until the next podcast is released, hit me up on Discord. and hit Greedy up personally on Discord. Okay, not in the chat room, because if you do that, your entry will be void.
You also keeping track of the shame thing that Captain
Shame.
said earlier? If they can name that
Yes.
reference, then
Yes.
that's an extra one. Awesome.
Greedy. So for your Discord, you will need to give listeners your full Discord name
Oh yeah.
with the numbers included because that's important.
Well, if they're in the Gotham Press podcast,
Yeah, if they're already in there, but
no, even if they're not yet, when they join up, it shows the back chat.
Oh,
You'd
so
be able to scroll up, find my name, and
so what
personal
they should do
message
is
me.
they should join the Discord.
Join the Discord.
Join the Discord.
Contact Greedy.
Contact Awesome and join the Discord.
Contact.
Contact.
Contact. Oh, I
And we
feel like
just-
I should be spinning a propeller right now.
And we've just lost about half our listeners.
Right?
We'll miss you guys.
We're down to 3.
It's okay, Greedy. We got all 3 of them right here.
Yeah.
Yay.
No, we got 4 because one of them can't be here. Hi, Nikki.
I think it just says at Greedy Paul. Oh, it went away.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So Coryn just sent me a message.
Yeah.
Exactly how I said to do it. Yeah, I know. There's 4 numbers on the tail end of it, but if you go through the podcasts,
You just
chat,
want to make sure. You
Yeah.
want to make. Okay.
I want them going through it.
You're making people work for it.
Yes.
You see what Greedy does? He makes you work. I'm
If you're
easy.
worth it, let me work it.
Okay. God damn it.
I love me.
You know what, Greedy?
Yeah,
You are kind of a handyman, yes?
a little bit.
You know how to do things, how to make things.
I've been known to make a thing or two.
You're not Red. This is not Shawshank Redemption.
I've been known to acquire certain things from time to time.
You know, something I just learned about that? I did not realize that was a Stephen King book.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
good one too.
killer book. It's
I've only seen
hell
the
of a
movie.
lot more graphic than the movie is.
I'm sure it is, but I've only ever seen the movie. I love the movie. It's one of my. It's like
It's a novella in 4 Past Midnight. Which book is it in?
I don't know.
I
Because
don't
it's
remember.
Rita Hayworth and the Shawshank Redemption, I think is the actual title of the book. It's
Yeah.
a novella in one of his compilation books.
Oh, was not aware.
So it's short. You can read it.
I'll have to find it.
I have it.
Well, obviously, then I'll have to read it halfway through and then,
And then give up.
and then get lost in other things. But Greedy, the reason I brought that up is I just need to know, how do you make toys?
It really depends on what you're trying to make.
I'm not trying to make a transformer.
Robots in disguise.
I mean, who wouldn't want that?
Well,
You know,
everybody
with
wants
enough lube, a transformer could be fun.
it. Are you going to have
Which
your mistress try that
one?
on you?
Dildous Prime.
Dildos?
Hitachi Prime.
Yes, there we go. But what does it turn into?
It turns into a butt plug.
Oh, okay.
It goes from
I don't think I want, no.
You don't want a buzz in your butt?
Not a Hitachi-sized one.
Well, okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it really depends on what you're making. I mean, you can go from the very simplest toys, which
What do you consider
Dom
a simple
Depot.
toy?
Well, Dom Depot gives them away for free. They're called paint stirrers.
Ouch.
Yeah, they're stingy. They're very lightweight, and if you're just absolutely wailing away at your sub, then you wind up breaking 1 or 2 of them over the course of a day. Makes for fun toys, and it doesn't take much time to have. That said, I would encourage you, if you're going to have a paint stir, get some sandpaper, like 80, 120 grit, something like that, and gently break off the edges. Give it a light sanding to make it a little more smooth. That way you don't risk splinters or cutting your toy. From there, you can step it up by, say, sealing it with a wipe-on polyurethane, or just doing something to give it a little bit of a finish. But that's only if you want to take a day or two to get a good effect out of it.
Are those like the gifts that we got for St. Patrick's Day last year?
Yeah. Those ones were lightly sanded and then dipped in green paint. And that was a very cheap, very quick giveaway to give to a party. I think Little Acacia made something like 30 of them, and
Yeah, I've still got mine. It's in my toy bag.
I still have mine. It's in my bedroom. But yeah, that shows how simple a toy can be. Then you can go super, super complex. I mean, like if you're doing like an 8 or 12 single tail, that takes hours upon hours to make. Then you've also got to choose what materials you want. If you want it to be like a nylon paracord or something exotic like kangaroo hide.
Kangaroo hide?
Yeah, that's...
Is that an actual thing?
Oh, yeah.
That people have done?
Yes, it is.
Only in Australia?
No. You can get kangaroo hide shipped anywhere in the anywhere in the world. So,
Have you used a kangaroo hide?
I have not personally made one of kangaroo hide. I have used a kangaroo hide bullwhip
Here's my question:
and a snake whip.
How does that feel?
It's plush. It's supple in a way that you don't expect until you actually try it. Going from playing with paracord single tails to the kangaroo hide, it was a smoother throw. It was an easier throw, and it's a far more effective whip.
Interesting.
So the materials you choose are going to drastically affect the end result of the toy.
Right.
So, just be bold. If you see something that you would like to have and find out that it's going to cost $300 to have that particular one, try and figure out how you can make something similar. It doesn't have to cost an arm and a leg to have something nice.
So instead of buying for $300, make it for $100. Make it for $50, maybe.
Yeah, usually. Again, it really depends on what you're trying to do.
So, Greedy, what's something that you've made that is like your pride and joy?
I would say my intensity floggers.
Your what?
Intensity floggers.
What's an intensity flogger?
It's an electroplay flogger. These are Mylar floggers with stainless handles, and the way I made them, it actually amplifies the electricity as it passes through your body. You need to use them with a body contact. I suppose you could just... you need to use them with a body contact, either on yourself or on your victim.
Victim is such a cruel word.
Isn't it? But, they're Mylar floggers, and they look absolutely harmless until you get electricity surging through them, and they get very, very, very intense.
Do you remember Iron Man 2?
Yes.
Do you remember Whiplash?
Yes, I do.
That's what I have in mind right now.
Yeah, if I were to make one of these into a single tail, that's essentially what you would have.
I am so curious about these now. I've never even seen them.
Oh, I need to make more of them. But
do you not have them anymore?
No, they disappeared out of my toy bag.
Oh no!
So I don't know who's got them today, but they're no longer in my collection.
Well, what that means, Greedy, is when you make some more, we're gonna have to post that up on.
We can do it on our FetLife.
We can do it on FetLife. We can even put up on the Discord. We'll do the end product on FetLife. We'll do the making of process on Discord.
This is also a great opportunity to use your YouTube channel.
This would be a great opportunity to use our YouTube channel.
That it would.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I think we need to get a decent camera.
I mean, we have phones.
That's not a decent camera.
No. Red. No.
Well, we can't afford a red camera.
Ah.
Those things are like $5,000.
You're funny.
You know that's the actual camera brand, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Really look confused.
Yeah, one of my maker friends just hit me up on YouTube.
Do they hear you talking about making toys?
No. He asked me a question about filler, different ways to make filler for woodworking. I'm gonna reply to him later.
Thank you. Are you watching a video now?
No. I tried to close it and it popped up a video. So whatever.
My first toy, my flogger.
Mm-hmm.
I technically made. I made from a kit, but I made.
Okay, that's
still
the
making
first
it.
step.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the handle was already turned and made and all that.
Uh-huh.
And I had to choose out the type, not the type, but the colors of falls that I was going to use on. I chose green and black. And then I had to put them on, glue them, nail those bad boys in, make sure they didn't fall off the handle.
Mm-hmm.
And throw it till I felt comfortable with it. So that's Buddy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I like Buddy.
That's why he's called Buddy. Because every submissive seems to enjoy Buddy. What about you, Coryn?
What about me? What?
Have you made a toy of your own?
Yes, when I was brand new to the lifestyle, I had made some rope floggers.
Okay.
Some of them worked better than others. I just got some rope from, Home Depot. Dom Depot, excuse me. And, I made I made a thuddy one where the falls were looped with a half hitch at the end.
Okay.
And then I made some where the falls were cut and wrapped in tape. Some, like I said, some of them work better than others. Well, the first one I made was far too short, but they were fun, definitely. I have one that I made out of shoelaces, which I've actually never been hit with because I'm afraid to.
Because of the eyes.
Oh man, those little dingle hoppers on the end.
They're the eyelets.
The eyelets? No, that's on the
No,
shoe.
no,
eyelets.
that's on the shoe.
What's it called? Who has watched Dirty Dancing most recently? They say the name of those.
I
Anyway,
think I've seen it
the little
once.
plastic ends on the end of shoelaces, I would imagine hurt really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Probably very stinky.
Yeah. But it was just one of those things in a odd grab box I found at the, like a yard sale or something. There was like 50 shoelaces in there. Let's see. I did some Dremel tool work on a wooden spoon once.
Spoon?
A wooden spoon to put a little heart inside of it, but it broke and I don't have it anymore.
Oh.
Wait, who did you break it over?
No, it just broke in my bag.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's even worse.
Just from being moved around from place to place.
Most a pity.
Mm-hmm.
It's always better if you can break it on somebody.
Right.
Like, that's why I don't have a crop at this point, because I broke it on Sugar's Girl many years ago.
I don't have my crop anymore either. I don't know what happened to it.
Hey, Greedy,
Yeah.
have you broken toys
Um,
on people?
no, I have not.
Huh. Have toys been broken on you?
I don't know.
Oh.
It's possible, but I can't honestly say yes or no.
What about you, Grin?
Not that I know of, no.
Have toys broken on you?
Mm-mm.
And definitely no toys broken on me.
Well, I was going to ask, but...
I knew you were, but yeah.
Challenge accepted.
No. Red. Because no is not a safe word, kids.
Nope.
Red.
And then we go back to negotiations.
Yeah. That's negotiate. Always negotiate.
Always.
Always.
Are you negotiating this right now?
Not right now, but always.
I mean, I'm down.
I think he did just negotiate without knowing it.
Yeah.
By saying red, that's a form of negotiation.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now we're educating our listeners.
Well, it actually makes a good point because for most types of play, I do ask for a partner to hear my no as a safe word. But that's something I negotiate ahead of time. I prefer not to take parts in most kind of play that would make a person ignore a no, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Understood.
I still have like red and yellow in my head. But yeah.
Because nobody has green, because nobody ever has. I don't think anybody's ever actually said green, green, green.
I'm so going to do that tonight.
Green, green, green.
Jeez.
Something on your mind, Greedy?
Nope, just green. I can picture Coryn in the middle of a scene. Green! God damn it, green! Can you not picture that also?
I can. That is hilarious.
Should be fun.
Yeah. Well, there's a party tonight, so
Oh yeah.
maybe it'll happen.
Speaking of, we need to wrap this up. We gotta start getting ready for the class ahead of the party.
Oh yeah, what's the class this go around?
Tonight's class is going to be dungeon monitor training.
I am finally going to attend. Finally.
You're going to be here?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Well, I mean, I'm already here. But
Yeah, I see that.
I've been wanting to take that class for a long time, and the schedule just keeps being wrong. So I'm excited to finally get in there, and I can wear the snazzy orange vest for a while.
Oh, no. My mistress is not going to make it tonight. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
You have any
Final thoughts?
final thoughts?
Final thoughts from me. You know what? I'm just going to be simple this time. I got no final thoughts. How about you, Greedy?
If you break your toys, make a new toy.
That is a great idea.
Don't just give up. And when you make a new toy, make it better. Coryn, do you have any final thoughts?
DC rules.
Hey, don't.
We don't talk politics here.
I was about to go into it. You know I was.
I know.
Marvel for like.
Children, we do not talk politics. Just
But we did.
yeah.
Green.
Who are you smearing now?
Green.
Give us the ring, my precious. Well, I think this has been a good show.
Yeah.
We just talked over each other. You say your thing again.
I think this has been a good show.
I agree. It has been a good show. We need to stop talking over each other.
I think I'm going to make another batch of bread if I have time.
I
mean,
love
give
that.
us something.
Yeah.
Bread's good, but I don't need the bread.
I'll take his piece.
I freely give my bread to her.
Yay!
Okay,
Even
well,
as bratty as I've been the last 24 hours, I still get bread.
Oh, don't worry. You're going to pay for that later.
alrighty. Well, this has been fun. It's been a real pleasure having you on, Coryn. Thank you again.
Thank you. I love doing this.
Was this a more fun episode than last time?
This is a much more fun episode than last time.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It
Yeah.
was,
100% agree.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, Listenerland, have fun.
It was awesome. Don't break your toys. We are out.
Peace.
Green.